100 naira ko. Esamba ko.
Yeah, welcome to Flip TV this morning. We are happy that you're here and we're happy that we are here live and direct from the studios of Flip TV right here. And this is the program where we give you everything concerning things going on in the newspapers. My name is Ebuka Ezubika and I'm happy to present my dear fine girl.
Fine girl. Oh, my name is Elizabeth Akwati, and you are welcome to Lagos this morning. Good morning to you all.
So good morning from Elizabeth, good morning from Ebuka. So that's EE.
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah, so from the EE, we bring to you we bring to you the news from every newspaper headline.
All right,
today.
So I'll be starting off with this day newspaper, straight to the news as it is. Fubara, assets control in Rivers, presents 2024 budget to 4-member assembly. Other stories here, with 4 soldiers killed, 2 Koreans kidnapped, security concerns mount in Rivers. Then the rider down there too, the Rivers State government demolishes bombed legislative complex for reconstruction. Federal government denies involvement in state political crisis. 27 defector lawmakers ousted by legislator, and Falana is saying INEC required to conduct fresh elections. All the stories you find in this day newspaper.
So on the Daily Trust, we have stop subsidy payment, increase petrol price to $7.50 per litre, World Bank tells federal government. Also says that ASU is excited as FG exempt varsities, polytechnics, others from the IPPIS. Tinubu fires the FAAN, NICAA, NAMA, NCAT, NIMET, and the NSIB bosses. Also, CBN suspends new request for intervention of loans. On the rider for the main headline, we have wants increase in VAT taxes for SME, and we also have advice on fuel price hike insensitive. Dawn says that subsidy remover hasn't brought expected gains in oil revenues, and it says that fuel selling above 700 in Northeast.
Crazy day. And let's move on. Let's go to the Business Day newspaper. On the Business Day, APC losing the war against poverty is coming from the World Bank, as it says 14 million Nigerians became poor in 2023. Then the Minister for Finance, Wale Edun, is saying that we are on track to stabilize the economy. That is what he is saying there. Then some other stories bordering on economy. Nigeria closer to 2024 fiscal inclusion targets, but gaps persist. Federal government in talks with multinationals to curb exits. You find that there. And also Lagos State Governor Sanwo-Olu proposes 2.2 trillion naira budget for 2024. Interesting. The Business Day newspaper, there you find all these stories.
On the blueprint, we have Tinubu's economic reforms making positive impact, but says World Bank. I think World Bank has a lot to say right now. Tinubu sacks. Okay, we've read that story. Mother 9-day-old baby killed in Ondo building collapse. We also have on the blueprint will end insurgency, terrorism simultaneously. Ministers reassures Nigeria. Also have says unsustainable spending on subsidy fraud economy imbalances. At last, FG removes territory institutions from the IPPIS. Also, CBN assures public of adequate cash supply. You can rest easy. CJN to judges always consult laws, rules before writing judgment. I think that's a very
important
advice.
Yeah. Yes, it's very needed.
So that's it for the blueprint.
All right, let's flip now to the Daily Independent newspaper and the World Bank. Yes, still, it's time Nigeria moved from reforms to results.
Honestly,
it's about time.
That's the word.
Nobody needs this advice. Something we should know by now. From reforms to results, because it's the results that the average Nigerian wants to see. says it's a must to ensure coordinated fiscal monetary policy actions. So this is coming from the World Bank. Okay, let's leave the World Bank right now. ASU upbeat as Federal Executive Council OK's exit of varsities polytechnics from IPPIS. I'm sure they'll be very, very elated about this. Enugu government inaugurates 10 small claims courts. The Enugu government has inaugurated that. I think in Lagos we have the mobile court, so the Enugu government is doing something similar. Then to the top left corner, Rivers Speaker declares seats of 25 defected lawmakers vacant. Yes, you find that there. Now, it's supposed to be 27 of the lawmakers, but right now it's 25 because I hear that one of the lawmakers have come back. Okay. She's back. In fact, she was not even in the country, basically, when all this thing happened. Then the other one died yesterday. One of the lawmakers died, so it basically, that's -2, so 25 instead of the 27. That is there. So federal government assures aircraft leasing companies, giving them the assurance that they need. Sanwo-Olu present 2.24 trillion naira budget for 2024. These and more you find in the Daily Independent newspaper.
So on the leadership newspaper, we have, I am deeply honored by the 2023 Persons of the Year Award, President Bola Tinubu says.
Wow.
Also says that FG placards lecturers take varsities, others off IPPIS. This news is really trending. And cash crunch persists despite 3.3 trillion in circulation. Where is the 3.3 trillion going to? Because like the leadership says, cash crunch really, really persists. CJIN to judges, do not allow anyone influence your judgment. Yep. Rivers crisis, 2 defected lawmakers now undecided. And on the rider, it says institutions can now undo staff remunerations. We're excited. We'll wait for confirmation, ASU says. 686 civil servant salaries stopped over unverified records. Now that's it on the leadership page today.
All right, the Nigerian News Direct. Import restrictions. Nigeria lost over $300 million to tax evasion. This is coming from the World Bank. The World Bank coming out with so many exposes.
It's really
losing over $300 million to tax evasion, meaning that many Nigerians do not really pay their taxes. Yeah, that's what that means.
We have 14 million Nigerians.
Yeah, that's into poverty this year. So.
I wouldn't say it's quite something, but it's something.
The total population of Lagos is way above 14 million. Yes, the total population of Lagos is way above 14 million. That is why the budget of Lagos is way higher than other states. So if people from every other state, many people do not really pay their taxes in Nigeria. That is one thing we know. And in Lagos, the Lagos State Inland Revenue Service is doing a whole lot. Even on this federal level, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, they are trying their possible best. But then, we know how things work here. Hopefully, one way or the other, people
something will happen.
Yeah, because this is a whole lot of money. $300 million. We know that's what that would have done in the country, basically.
Yeah.
So you all please pay your tax. It's important. On to other stories now. Oyo State flags off disbursement of 1 billion naira Sahel loan to farmers. There's a loan basically to farmers. This is from the Nigerian News Direct. So you find that the tertiary institutions gets FEC nod for financial recruitment autonomy. Very important for the universities, polytechnics, and also the College of Educations. Budget of renewal. That is what Sanwo-Olu themed or christened the budget. They called it the budget of renewal. Sanwo-Olu's earmarks 198 billion naira for education and technological sector. That is interesting. 199 billion rather for education and the technological sector. That is in the budget, called the budget of renewal. To read more, you have to get the Nigerian News Direct newspaper.
So right here on the front page of the first news, Obasanjo offers to testify against Agunloye in $2.3 billion. Governor Fubara goes for broke, tackles 27 pro-Wike lawmakers, orders demolition of assembly complex in early morning operation, and also Fubara congratulates Wike at 56 and Rivers
Yes,
crisis.
I saw his message yesterday.
Yeah. It's really
yeah,
nice.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
He did that.
Finally, Ondo Assembly declares Aye Datiwa acting governor. And FG has no hand in Rivers crisis, minister says. Governor Fubara presents 2024 budget to 5 members of the Rivers State. Cash scarcity. CBN insists that 3.4 trillion is in circulation.
CBN is insisting, but
Yes.
we are not seeing it.
CBN, what's going on? I think we need to check the channels now because the distributor and the receiver says that different things.
There's a break in transmission
Yeah.
somewhere.
And Sanwo-Olu presents 3.2 trillion budget for renewal. Means that it's been, he presented that probably last year, because if it's for renewal, that means he has presented that before.
He presented it yesterday. Basically, there's always this name they give to each budget.
Okay.
So the name is given, the budget is budget of renewal.
All right.
So probably things will be seen now and new things. Old things are passed.
So we have this on the first news. APC may be kicked out of power in 2027. Former National Vice Chair warns. This is serious. Intervene in Rivers crisis. APC chieftain urges Tinubu. I think President Tinubu has really intervened into this, and I think we should be getting results any moment from now. But this is me waiting for tomorrow and be like, oh, there's one bombing news that will just come and happen again from Rivers State. Rivers will just drop this bomb.
Something will happen.
And we are really waiting.
Now, something that might happen is from anything that is happening right now should be from the ousted lawmakers.
Yeah,
they'll be making moves, because I saw a video of the lawmakers yesterday. While this was going on, the budget presentation was going on in Rivers State. The others were in Abuja celebrating Wike's birthday.
They were really celebrating.
Yes,
so I think they should have something to give us by tomorrow.
So let's see. Let's fingers crossed.
So that is it on the first news today.
All right, let's go to the salient times. On the salient times, why we demolish Rivers Assembly Complex? Why did we do that? The
Very
government is
important.
saying. Fubara present 2024 budget to 5 lawmakers. This should be a record-breaking event. It has never happened before. Presenting a budget between 5
people.
Just 5 people.
I think I people really congratulate his maturity and him carrying this whole situation and still moving on to solve every situation going on in the state is really amazing. I really commend his strategy and his style.
They are calling his style. His name is Siminalayi.
Yes,
simple style. He's doing it in a simple way.
I really like the fact that he's avoiding crises and issues and really putting the country first, and that's the state.
The state, first. Yes, yeah. The good people of Rivers State. That's where they put it. The good people of Rivers State. Still on. Okay, let's leave Rivers State for now. Let's go to other stories. Alleged $2.3 billion fraud. This is on, you'll see there on the top right. I'm ready to testify in court. Obasanjo informs federal government. Okay. Ondo Assembly declares Aiyedatiwa as the acting governor of the state, since the governor right now talking about Rotimi who is going back to Germany.
And we pray for
speedy recovery. He has been in the country since, but he has refused to visit the state. He's been in the Oyo state. He's been governing the state from Oyo. Yeah, so probably there is something like an Ondo State Oyo branch. Something like that, because that is where
that's the word.
He has been doing his work from there. So police arraign Egba High Chief, others for stealing roofing sheets and planks.
What's going on? Nowadays we're not stealing something, we're stealing weird things. That's why we're stealing the covers of the road.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is going on? We stole not we.
I was about to say, who is this we? Please,
no, there was a text about the tires from the airport.
Yes.
And I'm wondering what's going on. Why are we stealing? What's happening? Is there something that's about to happen and then we're getting to steal? So I'm beginning to picture these things again. Probably a robot, something that they're about to build. Yeah. Like they need some steel for all this.
Because if you look at this, stealing roofing sheets and planks is to complete your roof. Yeah, so it's
there's a lot going on in the country.
Either two things. Either is for him to sell it,
or for him to complete his
roof.
I know that Amatan season is here. But something is happening. Maybe we should read that story. Get to read that story and then you get to find out.
Find out more from the salient times. Then on the top left there, Naira Marley demands apology from Iyabo Ojo for defamation, threatens to sue for 500 million naira as damages. This is bordering on the issues concerning the Mohbad's case and Iyabo Ojo. and he's saying he's suing. Yabojo currently she's not in the country; she's in the UK.
Yeah.
And let's see how she'll respond. I believe she'll respond through her lawyers also.
But I think if we're supposed to sue, I think he has to sue a lot of people.
Yes, I was watching a video by VDM, very dark man. He said it's not only Yabojo. You see,
Yes.
he mentioned names. Well, in case he didn't see the video,
So there are a lot of people that you have to
Kisulu.
sue. But this money is. I tell you, this week is a money week.
It's a money
Money
week.
is flying everywhere, and I'm wondering why my account is not on this, list of
You
money.
have not looked for trouble.
I'm out of trouble. I'm out of trouble.
Just try to be controversial. So I might sue you for something. You don't know.
I'm going to sue you for taking my name, the EE thing. You
EE.
didn't ask me. Did you talk to my lawyer about it?
About the
Please, I'm suing you for $200 million right now. Take it up. Take it up. Because you can't use my name without my consent.
No problem. Just 100 million, yeah?
Yes.
You hear from my lawyer. So we'll scale ourselves together.
So on this Nigeria, we have criticism trails demolition of Rivers Assembly Complex. And it is an act of treason. Is it an act of treason? There's a lot to say.
It's interesting.
I'm like we say, Rivers is really trending. I think by next year it should be on Google's trend search because Rivers is really
The most talked about state
honestly right now. So he also says that Nigerians will earn over 11 trillion naira from fuel subsidy saving by 2025, says World Bank. World Bank is really dropping the news.
It's a bombshell.
It's a bombshell because you guys said we saved 400 billion. So where is the money? 400 million. Where's this cash? And now I think we're going to save 11 trillion. 11 trillion.
And we're still borrowing more money.
Oh my god. Probably we're trying to borrow. You know when you borrow for a money that is coming ahead.
Yeah.
And you're going to use that money that is coming to save. I'm really thinking that's what we want to do.
You listen to this, you read many of these issues, you start having headache.
Honestly,
it's crazy.
FEC exempts tertiary institutions from the IPPIS. That's really trending. Tinubu sacked heads of aviation agencies and suspends the NCAA DG. Cameroonian insurgents raise houses in Cross River community. Don't scrap AMCON due to 4.3 trillion uncovered loans, Senate says. That's a lot here.
Okay.
That's a lot here under this Nigeria.
All right, so let's go to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Still, Rivers State. At this point, my state, I'm beefing Rivers State. My state is not in the news. My governor, I don't know what my governor of my state is doing, basically.
Come on, do you want the state to be in the news for crisis or demolition? Which one do you want?
Just be in the news for something, controversies or anything. Just be in the news, fam. Rivers State, legal issues arise as government demolishes assembly complex. Sitting venue, quorum on front burner as 4 members witness Fubara delivers a budget proposal in the government house.
Fubara be trending.
Yeah. Right now, in fact,
it's a popular man.
When Wike was in government, Wike was always talked about. Right now, Fubara.
It looks like anybody on that seat always trend.
You have to
seat
trend.
is a trending seat.
It's River State, basically. Really hot. Speaker declares seats of 27 lawmakers vacant. PDP writes INEC demands fresh elections into vacant positions. Why we demolish assembly complex, Rivers government. The number of bulldozers there, it's crazy. INEC, on to other news. Let's leave Rivers alone right now. INEC's failure to prosecute electoral offenders worrisome. This is coming from the NBA, that's the Nigeria Bar Association. They say, yes, we've given you guys some people to prosecute. But up until now, you're still waiting to prosecute electoral offenders. This will give more room for other people to perpetrate things as it concerns election, because we have elections coming up next year. We have elections, I think, in Ondo State and Edo State next year. So if these ones for this year have not been done,
what happened to the ones next year?
There should be something that will serve as a deterrent.
A warning, yeah.
Then other stories. ECOWAS Parliament gives conditions to Niger military junta. Is the Ekiti governor appoints 162 new aides. Wow. Talking about streamlining your expenses, you're appointing 162 new aides. That is 162 new personal assistants. 162.
What happened to why you you know what? You know what?
No.
This country is unquestionable. And the things that go on, because if we have questions and then you don't get to answer our questions, you just add more questions to our questions. Like,
we don't have money, but we are forming like we have enough money. That is how we are living life.
I don't think the word should be we're forming because we're not the one with the money.
Okay.
So on our ends, we see, we think, we assume that we don't have money. So if you have money, please let us know.
Please.
Let us know, because you guys keep saying, we are saving money, but the result is not looking like you're planning to save money. On the Guardian, we have on the page 6 of the Guardian really has some, details on some things here. Population outgrows economy amid rising dependence misery.
Wow.
And then we're adding 196 aids to a population that has outgrown economy.
And we are still giving birth to more children. I've not still given birth to my own.
What will happen to our kids when they come? So Tinubu sacks heads of aviation. We all know that already. Union hails FG exemption of. I think ASU right now is really jubilating.
Yeah, they should. They should.
This is a whole lot of celebration for them.
They should, because this particular IPPI is like it's streamlining them. Before they collect their salaries,
it's withholding them from something.
They have to go and consult the federal government before they pay the salary. So right now it's like an autonomy on their own. You can employ your lecturers, you can pay your lecturers from the money you have.
Pray that we see. One thing about Nigeria is we keep saying it. We have news online, we have news plans online, but we don't get to see results online. So I really hope that this gets to work, and then we don't get to see some strikes, some unnecessary, because I think this would be able to hold some unnecessary strike to like. Yes,
it should. Yeah, the president promised that there will be no strike under his regime. The IPPIS was created under the administration of Goodluck Jonathan for just basically civil servants. But the administration of Muhammadu Buhari brought in the tertiary institutions to it, which they were not really happy about. So right now, taking them off is going back to status quo. But the thing is that even during the Jonathan era, they were still strike. Yeah. So there's something synonymous with ASU and strike. Something might come up and you just hear.
We hope. I'm on the opposite side. I'm hopeful. Hopefully. So 3 feared deaths in Ekiti bank robbery. So on the Guardian, we have traditional contraceptive among female. Traditional contraceptive? Is it? Okay, I can't be asking you that question.
You can ask me. You'll be surprised. Ask me again.
Okay. Is there a traditional contraceptive?
Of course there is.
Are you serious?
Of course.
Is it a drug or a herbal drink?
It's herbal. If it's herbal, it has to be a drink.
So is it like, is it, what?
Yeah, you are not herbal experts. We know these things.
So Fubara bears flags demolition at Assembly Complex and presents in 2024. We tell you, Fubara is really trending.
Yeah,
Fubara is really trending. So that's it on the Guardian front page newspaper.
Let's move on right now to the Punch, and still same story. Fubara, Starboy, trending #1 on Twitter. It's the Starboy right now.
Honestly.
It's the Starboy. In fact, he's trending more than the president.
Wow.
He's trending more than the president right now. He's on everybody's lips. Every state is talking about River State right now. Every state you go to, everybody's talking about. Let's look at it. All papers.
It's on every.
So everybody knows his name right now. Fubara.
River State.
Because if you ask some people this question, some new governors were elected in this system.
It's not even new governor. The new commissioner of police that was appointed yesterday. Do we know the name?
Nobody really knows the name like that.
But we know Fubara is really trending, right? I don't think till like 4 months I'll forget his name. I don't think I will.
I would never forget this name. So my name is Fubara. Let's move on. So on the Punch newspaper, you find out story there concerning River State. It's still there. Same old. Then let's talk about the president right now. Tinubu sacks 5 aviation agencies head. 5 aviation agencies head, suspends NCAA's boss. So that is the story there concerning the president sacking. IPPIS and ASU is also there. Gunmen kill woman, abduct 7 on Lagos Ibadan Expressway. That is a major news. They killed a woman and abducted 7 on Lagos Ibadan Expressway. This happened yesterday. NNPCL not transparent on subsidy dollar revenues. This is from the World Bank again. I'm saying that the issue concerning the subsidy NNPC is like the more you look, the less you see. Honestly. That's what the World Bank is saying, but they can't say it in our own terms, in our own way. So they just
we need to understand it ourselves.
So they're saying that NNPCL not transparent on subsidy. There is something going on around the NNPC, the fuel, the oil, the subsidy, everything.
That's not really in the
It's
open.
not really clear. It's not clear. Then moving on, Kaduna bombings. Military raises 8-man panel. Villagers disown 33 billion naira suit. Okay, the 8-man panel. I think it should be for investigation into the bombings that happen in Kaduna State.
Yeah,
It's almost a week right now. Nobody has been arrested. Nobody has been suspended. No names has been mentioned.
I think the Tunduri people, they deny the fact that they sued the federal government.
Yes, they did.
Something is really going on. I think that whole thing is also very sketchy, because there's a lot of things that's happening that is really not, because the president has said that he would not, lean back in punishing the offenders. But what are we really doing?
It's days and it's counting.
Yes, because the more we get to prolong some investigations, the more a lot of things happen within that time. So I think the governor really needs to look into it.
Not just the governor, the military, everybody. The president too has to be up and doing in this particular case,
because this is a very crucial case.
Because people, innocent lives have been lost in this case. So, anyways, if you want to read more, you'll check in the Punch newspaper this morning. And lastly,
the last newspaper that we have for you is The Nations. And on The Nations, we have firm to lose tariff waivers on imported items. I hope we do. Ondo Assembly okays Lucky Ayedatiwa acting governor. 3 killed, 2 banks robbed in Ikeri, Ekiti. Tinubu fires heads of aviation. Edun government plans to audit the NNPCL. Ooh, okay.
About time.
So we can't be crowded, says 27 House members. Fubara presents budget. My Fubara is really trending again.
Isn't my Fubara? You're claiming Fubara already.
Construction of new ports, digging of old ones coming, says Oye Dapo. The Nations really don't have a lot to say. Just like the old trending news that's been going on lately. And also, poor Naira redesign policy, cost of cash scarcity. Is that really the cost? Poor Naira redesign policy.
We've had so many cases.
But I think from the redesign, we've been having scarcities. So we'd say that something led to something due to...
I still feel somehow, somewhere, the CBN does not really know, or do not really know
where these monies are.
Where the monies are, the major cause of the scarcity. We've heard so many things.
Where are this money?
We don't. In fact, it's...
I think we all need to go to our banks and be like, where is this money?
That's for those that have so much money in the bank. Yeah. Because like I said, some banks are not giving more than 20,000 naira anymore.
Yes.
They are not giving. The POS guys are back to the Emefiele era.
The charges are increasing. I think I withdrew 5,000 naira for 150.
Oh,
And I'm like,
you see? So,
really?
So we're going back, gradually we're going back, and we shouldn't be having that in this particular festive period.
Yeah, because this is tough.
You know, the funny thing is that when it happened earlier during the at least there was a bit of cash. The economy was not like this. Fuel was not as expensive. The dollar price. So people didn't really... We felt it, but not like this. Right now...
Or probably we didn't feel it because it was not Christmas season.
And the economy then and now is not the same. So right now it's crazy.
It's really tense.
It's crazy. So now don't make a Nigerian man angry anyhow in the bank. If you go to the banks, people are not really normal anymore.
People are not normal.
Yeah, you say, please, I want my money. You are telling a Nigerian man's story right now.
Hard.
All right, so this is how we wrap up the show today. You're on the program Lagos this morning, as it is on Flip TV. I will come your way again same time tomorrow. Hope you've been educated, informed, and also entertained right here on the show. My name is Ebuka.
My name is Elizabeth Apati. The EE will be off for today.
Peace out.
100 naira eko, Esamba seko.